Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another stream. This is the account of Monte Fisto, and we're starting a new game. How many streams of this am I going to do? I don't really know. I guess we're gonna figure that one out, huh? This is Atari 50, a game that I thought looked exceptionally cool, and I actually really want to play it. There's not a whole lot of reviews on it, though I have seen a couple of big streamers give it a shout out, and I think that's how I heard it anyway. Kind of like a throwback to those like Namco museums, right? Where there's like fucking like interviews and little tidbits on the game, and you kind of go through history while also like interacting with it and playing with it. I thought it looked really interesting and innovative. And I kind of hope that more games en masse get preserved in this way. So yeah, I just wanted to buy it, and they check it out and figured I'd stream it, even advertise it for a little bit, because yeah, I'm big on game preservation. Excuse me, holy shit, I am drinking right now. But yeah, when I was like setting the category for the stream on Twitch, I actually saw that Atari 50 wasn't even an option to be chosen. But like, you know, once again, quite a few big streamers streamed it, and it's kind of fucked up. You would think that every game had its own category. So right now I'm just streaming this as the retro category. I feel like that's like an unfair advantage that a lot of games have if, you know, some smaller quote-unquote games don't even have their own category on Twitch. Kind of bizarre. But anyway, yeah, I figured, yeah, we just check this out. Take a look at it together, and then what you guys think? I fucking personally love this shit. Diving into gaming history, well, just history in general, but especially gaming history. Atari was like, and I feel like a lot of gamers first jumped on board with gaming with the NES, or you know, maybe little brothers or their siblings, or you know, even parents had NES, then maybe like Super Nintendo, Genesis, 64, you know, that kind of shit. But Atari has always been something that's been very like super old and antiquated. Like you had to be a real crazy weirdo, old as shit, stoner hippie to play that. And speaking of which, how do you guys like my thumbnail? I like it. I'm just now noticing the please do not steal what watermarks in the background room there. You think that's gonna stop me? No, I've started to embrace the Seth Scene talk. Of like unironically, or I guess ironically, using them anyway. Fuck it. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's check this shit out. I am going to be playing this with my PlayStation 4 controller because my PS5 DualSense now has stick drift, which is ridiculous. I've owned it for only a little bit over a year. Have I been using it a lot since then? Yes. But, you know, considering it's a $70 fucking controller, it shouldn't be breaking. But whatever. Let's dive in. Let's play this. I have launched it. First time launch has been done. But the splash screen actually wasn't that loud. I did have to drop the volume quite a bit, but like, yeah. I feel like I've been playing a lot of games lately that have been like insanely loud splash screen. Like ear damaging shit. But yeah, thank you Digital Eclipse for doing this shit, seriously. Like a thankless job, really. Like, you know, this shit's never gonna sell that well, but the fact that it's got caught as many eyes as it did, I'm grateful for. I think, because you know, people could throw together like a bunch of old games and then be like, oh, $2.99, you know, fucking have people buy it. But they actually did effort here. They did this whole like documentary thing, and I really thoroughly look forward to checking it out. Although I thought it came out this year, not 2022. Oh well, I'm always late to the game, huh? And it looks like it's been broken down into different categories, and you actually have little percentages and like achievement shits that you get for doing certain things, which I think is neat. And once again, the presentation here, really great. Let's read these going backwards, right? The 1990s and beyond. When the game industry made a comeback, Atari was there with new games for the 2600. Know about that, as well as the powerful new Lynx and Jaguar consoles. They made 2600 games in the 90s? What the fuck? This, like, the Lynx and the, Lynx being the handheld, Jaguar being the infamous piece of shit that no one liked, and barely worked, to my understanding. Dawn of the PCs. For many, the word Atari meant not just games for their first home computer, but their first home computer, even if its main use was to play games. And Atari, was it the Atari ST? Going head to head with like the Amiga, right? Apparently Amiga was like a lot better. And there's like the Zetastrad Spectrum and all that weird shit that the Brits. It's weird. Atari, like those still well in Europe, and apparently even Atari, American company. Same thing with Amiga, American company. They both focus more on selling that shit to the UK and European markets, because no one was really getting computers over here that much, unless it's like an IBM or an Apple. Highs and lows. Well, the mid-1980s saw the release. I hope ET is on here. It's probably not. Saw the release of many excellent Atari games. The video game business was struggling to stay afloat. I'm sure there's going to be some documentaries that cover ET, but I'm sure, like, you know, you'd have to like buy licensing from Spielberg. That shit's not happening. That's like a very important game. Birth of the console in 1977. Atari released a video computer system, changing the way we interact with our TV sets and skyrocketing to massive success. And here's where we're starting, baby. From its earliest days, Atari experimented with a variety of different takes on innovative leisure, arcade games, music, visualization, even holograms. We played Atari today. Welcome to Atari 50. Begin your interactive journey through Atari history below, or jump straight into the game library anytime by pressing X. Cool. You know who else covered this aside from I think Vinny Vinesauce, Maximilian Dude, a couple other dudes. I think Classic Game Room has covered this a couple times. Yeah, I love Classic Game Room. Fucking I'm blanking on the guy's name. Bussler. Fuck, Mark Bussler, great guy. Oh, today's beer, by the way, some more Juicy Monkey Hazy Imperial IPA. 9.5 alcohol. These good things are pretty strong. They get me a little fucked up if I chug this thing. Cool. Ah, that's cool. I like it. 1971. In the beginning. Video. Okay. In the beginning, in a world where pinball was king, two engineers dreamed that coin-operated games played on computers could become the next big thing. A company called... Well, that's that's why we don't remember them anymore. Or maybe they didn't name change it. Saiziji. That's where it all started. Computer Space. The first arcade game, Computer Space, was designed by Atari co-founders Ted Dabney and Nolan Bushnell and manufactured by Nutting Associates. Fucking awesome. It was based on the 1962 computer game Space War. Computer games all the way back in 1962. Holy shit. The fuck am I looking at here? Oh, there you are, pan. Oh, okay, so you fly like a little fucking Starship Enterprise. It's amazing how many of them did this shit. Rotate left, rotate right. Alright, so it's like, there's no shoot. No shoot. Oh, no, there's a little red button probably to shoot. So I guess you control it like, asteroids, right? That's a fucking ugly-ass cabinet. Holy shit. That's an ugly-ass cabinet, dude. Finding the first computer space. In the year 2000, former Atari employee Jerry Jessup saw a newspaper ad for a computer space machine in a Quonset hut, the fuck, on a sunflower seed farm in California. He found the quinoa, whatever the fuck that shit is. He found the first computer space machine ever manufactured. That's Computer Space. Designed by Atari co-founders. I guess they didn't have rights to it, or maybe it just doesn't fucking exist. Does that thing take quarters, or do you just like dick around on it? Maybe it doesn't take quarters. Fuck. Okay, in the year 2000. Okay, so later on he found Oh, okay. So in 2000, he found the very first arcade machine. I guess it wasn't like, how did it not get pressed before? That's like pretty impressive claim. Yeah, let's check this shit.
Some reason I'm looking through the San Jose Mercury in the just random stuff section for sale, and I see world's first video game computer space. No price, just call. I'm like, wow, I'm pretty interested in this. So I called the guy. I said, so you got a computer space? Yeah. He goes, yeah. First game ever. Okay, great. What color is it? And he goes, well, what color do you want? I'm like, wow, this is getting very interesting, because who has a whole bunch of computer spaces, and who would know that they came in all these different colors? He goes, got a yellow, a solid blue, metal flake blue, and metal flake red. And he goes, a whole bunch of other games too. Okay, great. Want to come up and see them. These were in a Quonset hut on a sunflower seed farm off of Highway 80 in Dixon, California, halfway between, the Bay Area and Sacramento. And these things hadn't been moved in, probably since
Go remove captions. I'm like fixating on it because
so
it's ism. Sorry,
I got
guys.
in touch with Nolan and showed him the pictures and scratched his head, and then like a light bulb went off in his head. He goes, these were Ted Dabney's. These were Ted Dabney's units. This was his route. When he left, he took a route that we had, and he goes, this yellow one's the first one. He goes, I know it. That yellow one is the very first one. I kept the first one, which is a beautiful yellow computer space, and I kept Pong number 46.
Is it beautiful though?
And we got the rest of them running and working as good as we could. We got it all for $5,000. I don't regret the purchase one bit. Not for a minute.
God damn, that's just crazy. It's fucking ugly as hell though. I like the it reminds me of like the 60s Batman, like with those kind of like buttons and lights. Jesus Christ. Alright, so what we got here? Al Alcorn's business card. Dabney and Bushnell named their company Syzygy Engineering after a term for the direct alignment of the sun, the moon, and the earth during eclipse. Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess they are nerds, right? Alan Alcorn, who had worked with Dabney and Bushnell at their previous workspace, was the first engineering hire at Syzygy. This was his business card during those early days. Alright, cute. I guess we're doxing Alan. Or whoever fucking works in that office now. Alright, weird, cute. 1972, Atari Inc. On June 27th, 1972, Dabney and Bushnell incorporated their company in the state of California, but the name Syzygy was already taken. How? That's such a fucking hideous name. Instead, they chose Atari for a term from the Japanese game of Go. The company briefly continued doing business under the name Syzygy, however. Syzygy 1973. Oh, we're in 72. In rare footage from a 1973 documentary titled Games Computers Play, we hear from young Nolan Bushnell inside the Syzygy office. It's such a fucking awkward name. Or it's anything,
I'd
really.
say 30 years to pretty much the present. The arcades have been relegated to the back rooms and the side streets, and generally been an unsavory type of place. What we want to do is bring the amusement game to age. If we can give it a new zip and a pizzazz, it's going to be financially successful, as well as, I think, a very serious part in the leisure time activity of the American people.
The marriage of traditional pinball machines and computer technology has resulted in the birth of a new breed of amusement games. And Nolan Bushnell is the man handing out the cigars. Bushnell has developed two such games, Computer Space and Pong, and believes that they and others like them will move the pinball industry out of America's bus stations and bowling alleys and into the space age. In 1971, Bushnell invented Computer Space, but sold production rights to Nutting Associates of Mountain View, California, for royalties based on the number of games sold. It proved a good deal for both parties. Sales already exceed 1,500 machines. Computer space like Pong sells for around $1,000 and is played on the screen of a standard television set, which has been programmed to display the desired game. In computer space, the player controls a rocket ship, which is trying to shoot down enemy flying saucers while avoiding their missiles.
That's a lot more advanced than Pong.
If the player scores more hits than the enemy saucers, he gets one free play. By the time Bushnell invented Pong in 1972, he was able to form his own company, Syzygy Corporation in Santa Clara, California, to produce the game. He has already sold over 1,000 machines and expects to sell 10,000 in the United States by the end of the year. Pong, as the name might indicate, is a game of video ping pong. The two players turn dials which control their electronic paddles and volley with an equally electronic ball. The first player to score 15 points wins. While Bushnell did design and program both his games, the technology he uses dates back to the late 1950s. Thanks to research by the Defense Department in the wake of Sputnik, Bushnell is now able to act out his dream of a nation inhabited by thousands of Pong and computer space games.
The government spent millions of dollars on this technology, and as a result, now it's cheap enough that we can put it into a game and sell it for 25 cents for a few minutes and make $1 out of it. It's something that the research and development really was done many years ago, and now it's cheap enough that with PC boards and integrated circuits, we can use that technology to our advantage.
The basic electronic unit of Bushnell's games is the integrated circuit. Each of these small chips is capable of storing large amounts of information. The program for a game is determined by specific combinations of these units to form a PC, or printed circuit board. The printed circuit board then tells the TV screen what to do. A single printed circuit board is all that is required to operate Pong, whereas 15 years ago it would have taken enough tubes and wiring to fill an average house. Bushnell first saw the commercial potential of video games in a game called Space War, which has been played at computer centers around the country for several years.
We used to play Space War a lot at the AI project at Stanford, which is a big computer complex. And one day it just hit, this is a lot of fun. You ought to be able to package it and sell it for a price. And, one thing leads to another, and pretty soon, from doodling on a scratch pad, you're actually working out some basic block diagrams, and from there you think, boy, it's going to work.
It's weird the idea that they would have that space age game, where the fuck, in Stanford. And I mean, that's where all early PC gaming as well, RPG gaming as well, came. The early DARPA founded internet. But it's weird that they would be playing it and they wouldn't think hey, we can this is gonna be a big thing that other people do, and not just nerds at Stanford or the Ivy League schools, But yeah, that's really crazy that the guy's obviously he's a businessman, obviously wants to succeed. Any businessman or entrepreneur wants all their shit to sell well, and will have high aim. But there's yeah, maybe one day, or no, he didn't say maybe, he's yeah, one day this will be, a vital part of the leisure activities of everyone, Crazy. Sharp dude. Notables and quotes. Quote, notable and quotable. The genius of Atari was to create a fully formed commercial game that was designed for the masses and accessible to the masses. Eugene Jarvis, creator of Defender. Notable and quotable. More than just a game company, it kickstarted Silicon Valley. A lot more what we think in Sunnyvale as a result of Atari. I think that ethos of creativity and openness, that wasn't common back in the 70s and 80s, and yet Atari pioneered that. Wade Rosen, oi, current CEO of Atari. Shit, we get to play Pong, boys. While Pong was not the first arcade game, it was the first successful one. selling thousands more units in computer space and bringing in many more quarters. No exaggeration to say that the simple tennis game launched an entire industry. Now, granted, without like a paddle controller, like the little knob that you turn. Boy, gov, turn my knob. I feel like Pong never quite plays or feels right. You kind of need the little knob. You know, back in like 2000, I don't know, maybe it was like 2009, 2008. I went out to Seattle, and there's like this video game museum. It didn't last long, but had like all the old shit. And this was like before it really took off. This was once again 2008. So I don't know, AVGN would have only been around for like 2 years. So people really weren't like. I'd say it wasn't until like 2 or 3 years into AVGN that everyone wanted to be a retro game collector. It was like fucking crazy. Oh, what's good, Collected G? How you doing? Pong is a game that launched in history. Atari's founders asked engineer Alcorn to create the game as a learning experience, making its commercial success a very happy and lucrative accident. The Strong National Museum of Play inducted Pong into its World Video Game Hall of Fame in 2015. I'm guessing that's when the Video Game Hall of Fame was made, because I'm not sure how you even have a Video Game Hall of Fame without having, like, Pong, like Pac-Man, Mario Brothers, that kind of shit. Super Mario Brothers, that is. Yeah, let's try this. Dude, we're playing on the, like, absolutely hideous, weird cabinet screen that they would have had. So how do I do? How does this compare to the Atari Vault collection? So far, way better. There's, like, full-on documentaries, and it's like a guided tour through the ages. Oh shit, I control both. Alright. We can do this. I guess Atari Pong did not have AI. So, I guess silly me did not have a computer-controlled AI. The only real Atari I played was like the PlayStation 1 collections back in the day. Once again, with like the Namco Museum, and I think there was also a Atari one. Oh god, come on. By the way, Collected G, yeah, you're I thought your I watched both of your videos, but I thought the Lion King one was particularly good. Yeah, I would have sworn that you grew up with them, judging by the video. You're like saying a lot of things that like, you know, when you like grow up with a game where you think way too deeply on it. Like, you know, what the fuck? This one level is based off a scene that lasted 4 fucking seconds, and they made a full 7-minute video. I mean, that's the kind of shit I was thinking about as a kid. And you were like talking about in the video. It's just like, yeah, it's the kind of shit that you think about when you're being like fucking infuriated by a game your entire childhood. Yeah, I guess like Pong in and of itself is a 2-player game. So back in the day, like you would have had to have played multiplayer. You would have had to have 2 people at the machine, I guess. Yeah, it's shit like that you don't really think about. Fucker. Goddamn, I get like worked by the shit. I'm losing to myself, isn't it amazing? Well, we'll do first at like 15 or something. Fuck! I want to like hit it on the edge, that way it hits further. Or like back when we had emulators like early on, because like NES emulators were pretty fucking big, even like 2003, 2004. I mean, at least fucking we had them. I remember dicking around with like Arkanoid, like Breakout for the NES, yeah. Shit! Well, I was pretty frustrated when I first played the Lion King game. That was late 2019, early 2020. Yeah, it is a great game. It is. It's just like fucking brutal. I'm glad he dwelled on that like that maze level at the very end. That's boy. And also pointed out how like insanely many hits it takes to defeat Scar at the end. That is oh, what the fuck is that? This game is bugged. Pong, 0 out of 10. Pong is the Dark Souls of the 1970s. You just like do that all fucking day. Oh wow, it just legit ends when it hits 15. Dude, played a full game of Pong. How do I leave? Oh, you can save your game if you really want. Oh, you can view the flyer. What the fuck? New product, new concept, new gameplay. Can I get this? This would be a funny thing to throw up on the wall, honestly. This is the product that revolutionized the amusement game industry. This is the company that conceptualized, designed, and introduced Pong. This is a company that is now integrating digital computers, video technology, and laser film techniques to a host of new game breakthroughs. You ever play that weird Atari collection on PSP where they modernized all their classic games to the original? I did for a little bit, yes. That was like another every I want to say like every 10 years, right? They being like all of these old companies will like re-release and repackage all their old games like that. And I'm really hoping that they start to do this where there's like full on like I mean obviously the other ones even on the PS1 and later on 10 years later on the PSP 360, you know, all that shit. There were some videos and like some documentaries and shit, but I don't think on the scale of this game. I really hope I know it becomes more of a thing. That is a sharp click sound. I don't know about you guys. Is filter on or off here? I don't even know. Back. Wait, how do I leave? Alright, cool. The birth of Pong. Al Alcorn, the creator of Pong, discussed the design process of this iconic game. Now, its signature sound effects came from a lack of resources. Kind of like how in Space Invaders, how like it's speeding up as you shoot aliens. Was actually like the CPU couldn't handle all that shit on screen, so as you like killed aliens, you cleared up resources, and the game got faster and faster. And people are like, "Wow, it's really creative that you designed it in this way." And they're like, yeah, totally intentional, yes." They remade Pong, but just a reskin where you move a ping pong paddle. Yeah, no, and I remember playing the what was the game where you're in the first-person tank as well? I forget what that's called. I'm sure that one's on here as well.
You know what the Atari motto is? Innovative leisure, right? Well, it didn't say innovative arcade games. It didn't say innovative video games. It said innovative leisure. It was broad from day one. I mean, Nolan always had a consumer game in his mind because that's what he hired me to do. And I wound up doing the wrong thing and making a hit coin-op game, right? When I was at Ampex, I learned how to make sync generators, synchronizing, the basic fundamental circuit necessary to get a TV signal, because we had to generate an analog signal. So you do that, and you get the ball at one speed, and you put paddles up, and it's a very, very boring game. And so I added the speed up, and I added the angles off of that, just, you know, to make it playable, interesting. And so it started getting a little interesting. That's cute. And no, so well, it's got to have score. We had a pretty good game, and hey, great. So what are you gonna do for sound? I go, sound? I'm already over budget. What am I gonna do? Nolan said, well, I want the sound of a roar of a crowd of thousands applauding your win. And Ted said, I want boos and hisses. And I'm thinking, how do I do that? Listen, I got video. I got the goddamn game up.
Chill, motherfucker.
Now you wanted me to do this. I'll be right back. So I pissed around for a day and poked around. Sounds had already existed in the vertical sync generator. And gated them out with the 555 timer. I love it. Years later, the sound is so well thought out, so appropriate. It was like, are you kidding me? It was just, you know, just thrown together in spite of what the boss said. And so that was how Pong came to be.
Let's see. The Battlezone, the tank game I was talking about. Collector G is saying that Atari sold the rights to them. Technically, they still own it in a way, but there's some weird licensing issues. Huh. Maybe it was like too similar to some other game at the time? Maybe. Sometimes you see that shit happen. Promotional flyers. Pong's original flyers still included in the name Syzygy. I fucking hate that company name. Syzygy Engineering, but later materials accentuated the Atari name and the Fuji logo. Pong, the newest two-player video skill game. Even back then, they're trying to be extreme. From Atari Corporation, Size G engineered, a team that pioneered video technology. Striking track mode. Ball serves automatically. Realistic sounds of ball bouncing and striking battle. Simple to operate. Controls. High definition. All solid state TV. What the fuck does that mean? And components for a long, rugged life. 1 year computer warranty. Proven high profits. Okay, I guess they had to sell them to, like, bowling alleys and shit, and like supermarkets, gas stations. Proven high profits in location after location. Low-key cabinets suitable for sophisticated locations. 25 cents per play. Wish I could get this fucking thing down. How do I hide this? Yeah, you don't. That's kind of an oversight. Manufactured by Atari, yada yada yada, and then it's got the dimensions. Cool. You read this one, and that is a cool one. I don't want that, honestly. I think that would be a cool thing to have. Same thing. Cute. Pong doubles. With their companies quickly looking to capitalize on Pong's success with clone machines, Atari looked to improve upon the experience. Pong doubles let 4 players get in on the fun. In this promotional photo are Joe Keenan, Nolan Bushell, and Al Alcorn. I don't like the way that guy looks. That guy doesn't make me feel good. He's also a manlet. He's like 2'3". Must have been far out for Gen Xers, man. Far out for that fucking guy's bow tie. He's like the main developer guy. It's just a CRT. That's all. This is CRT. Got a nice autistic bitch. Girls are gamers too. What the fuck is that game on the left? Puppy Pong. What the fuck? Since most coin-operating games are, I guess some of these are forgotten for a reason, huh? Were installed in bars and thus inaccessible to children, Atari developed Puppy Pong, a device meant to be installed in the waiting rooms of pediatric offices. This idea did not catch on, and Puppy Pong had a small production run. Yes, I believe it. Going to like your dentist's office, you find like a fucking 1970s like Pong machine that's like 2 feet. You have to like kneel down like you're a goddamn Japanese piece of shit. Now kids and adults too will want to be early for their appointments. Oh, the 70s. The Legend of Broken Pong Machine. One of the often told stories of the origin of the game industry is the tale of Al Alcorn being called by the manager of Andy Caps, the Sunnyvale bar where the first Pong prototype was on display, to fix the broken machine. Alcorn and many other gaming industry legends recount the tale in the video feature.
So everybody's heard the Pong story. Probably everybody's heard the Pong story, but I've heard it many times, and from Al Alcorn himself, who designed Pong. So
the story I've heard is that they
installed
one of the first Pong machines in
Gonna read about Blond Blump
as a test.
Put it out into an arcade and see if it makes money. I mean, that's the market research.
My understanding was Ted built a cabinet, a tabletop, simple cabinet over the weekend, and a coin mech bolted to the side of the cabinet, tabletop type of big thing was sit on a barrel.
Placing a interactive video machine somewhere and having people play it was still a relatively new concept. Nobody knew if it was going to go.
Oh, what is the name of the bar in Palo Alto?
San Jose?
No, it was Andy Caps.
It was Santa Clara?
Sunnyvale.
So we'll put it in Andy Caps. You know, it's a coin-op game, be it fragile and humble, and so we did.
Well, my memory is that he gets a phone call, the game's busted, which of course is the usual thing you get on a support line. It doesn't work. What is it, and in what way does it not work? Well, it doesn't work.
The bar owner or manager at the time kind of yelled at them and like accused them of their game being shoddy because it had already broken down and it was no longer functioning or working.
And they get a call, you know, later on that night and like, hey, this thing broke, you know, come and pick up this piece of shit game and get it out of here. You know, this thing broke. You know, I'm not going to waste my time fixing this crap.
But anyway, the machine, we got the word that it stopped working, and I figured it could be anything, and I'd go out there and take a look at it. And so I went to the machine, and the first thing you do is you want to try to play the game, because the machine was on in a tracked mode, so it was working, but you couldn't start a game. So you open up the coin box to basically flip the micro switch to give yourself a free game, because I'm not going to waste a quarter, you know.
And so they went down to see what's wrong with the machine to fix it, and what they found out was that it wasn't broken. It was just that so many people had played it, they'd filled the coin box with quarters, and it was jammed, and it couldn't take any more.
So many people had played it that it couldn't accept any more money.
The game is broken because it's stuffed so full of quarters.
Completely stuffed with quarters.
And it was a small, I remember it was kind of small, if I remember. It was a small space. It just filled up with the quarters, and it wouldn't take it.
When I opened up the coin mech, you know, all these quarters just gushed out. So, whoa, that's impressive.
It's the equivalent of like crashing a server. When you launch a new website and it's so popular. So they crashed the server on Pong.
And one of the other reasons it was also so popular is because you could play it with one hand while you're still holding a pint in your other hand. And that also was one of those things that, you know, eventually many, many years later led to the rise of the fun barcades that we have, you know, and we can enjoy now.
As Al will always say with a little, you know, twinkle in his eye, he goes, "This is a problem I can fix."
Basically, the way it worked was you take the money, the deal you have, and you split the take with the owner of the bar. And so I did that, and I had this sack of quarters, and the next day I come into work and I said, I got the machine fixed, and here's the problem. Goddamn thing's making too much money. And no one, really?
But it was one of those great moments where something that supposedly was failing was actually such a huge success that no one could recognize. It was truly the ugly duckling version of technology.
Because remember, Nolan thought, he was like, this is just a placeholder until we get to design the really good game, because who's going to play this stupid shit-ass game?
They went on to produce all of these classic, memorable arcade titles for years that allowed the company to survive and be so much more than a one-hit wonder. So that's my understanding of the history of Pong.
It's a great story if it's true.
When a story is good, you know there's some doubt about it. Well, that's too good to be really true. It's probably a boring version of it. That's actually true.
You know, it sounds realistic to me. You know, I mean, I've kind of seen that happen in my own. And when you do get a really great game, the coins will just overflow, and you know, it's kind of a cool feeling.
Anyway, that's how that all happened. Yeah. Anyway.
I never get how people can be like really like into tech, like some of the most famous people ever, but like in modern day tech, it's just completely. You know, they're like, oh, let me use fucking Zoom, my shitty laptop computer, and let me use the fucking filter to hide my dog shit behind me. That always blows my mind, because then you have like some fucking teenage like piece of shit from California who just has like a full-on professional level studio. Crazy shit. Wait, Tim Schafer worked for Atari? No, that's Tim Schafer. That's the same Tim Schafer, the one that reads about my women's rights. And a toxic masculinity. No, I mean, they just got like, you know, it's like any other documentary thing you see in like Netflix or fucking Amazon, where they just get a whole bunch of people in the related industry to talk about shit. So yeah, that's the same Tim Schafer. I don't think he ever worked for Atari. Yeah, it's kind of amazing how, like, in retrospect, some of these guys will just completely fuck all of their credibility and likability by doing cringe shit and reeing out and having a temper tantrum daily on Twitter. That's like in that video, like Tim Schafer's the fucking elephant in the room. Sad, really. The Space Race. Atari's second game, it went back to the space genre. Space Race challenged two players to get their spaceship to the top of the screen first, while dodging an asteroid field. Although space games would eventually be some of the top earners of the arcade, Space Race was not a success. I mean, the model's kind of cute. From the from the makers of Pong. That's awesome, dude. I know, that's funny to me. Oh shit, these motherfuckers made Pong? Then you know it's good. This giant, fat, ugly piece of shit. Truth be told, the only game I liked from Schafer was the Monkey Island series. I thought he just did the remakes, right? I don't think he did the originals. Did he? Did he make the originals? I know that was like a LucasArts game, so he worked that beforehand. If so, that's news to me. Tried playing Grim Fandango and was too complicated. Never played Grim Fandango. Monkey Island is on my playlist. I did play, didn't he do Psychonauts? I played Psychonauts. I like Psychonauts, but like some people seem to really, really like Psychonauts. Oh goddamn, look at that fine bitch. About to get fucked in the ass. Gotcha. Atari's fourth game was a simple maze game in which one player attempted to catch the other. Good, you have to chase down a bitch. Nice. Where was the Anita Sarkeesian bitching about that one? What made Gotcha controversial were the pink domes covering the joysticks, which were meant to resemble breasts. The game's risque flyer extended the metaphor. Ultimately, the domes were removed from the machines because of cost concerns. That is... Well, that's not really boobs. It's just like pink fucking semicircles. You gotta be like really drunk and horny and be like, whoa, they're like titties, bro. Get over here, you nasty bitch. Let me chase you through this maze and rape you in the ass. Yeah. This is my male privilege. Alright, touch me. Oh god, they're like horny back then. God damn. Real horny. An Atari coin-operated machine called Touch Me was not a video game, but an electronic device that challenged a player to repeat an ever-lengthening pattern of button presses. Ralph Baird, the inventor of the home game consoles, saw a Touch Me machine, was inspired to improve on it, to create the iconic handheld game Simon. Why did it have a horny name initially? Mind-challenging sound patterns, coordinated sight and sound, small, modern package. This is early Simon. Gotcha. Complete... It keeps saying this, completely solid-state electronics. What the fuck does that mean? Key games. While Atari was quite successful in 1973, it felt it was being held back by the fact that coin-operated machine distributors wanted exclusive agreements. So it created a competitor called Key Games, a separate company headed by Joe Keenan that would sell similar machines to other distributors. I don't really understand the business model there. Key's Game Elimination was released by Atari as Quadrupong, for example. Oh, okay. Tank. This military combat game was the only title produced by Key Games that was not a clone of an Atari product. Shortly after its release, Atari... Is that just combat? Shortly after its release, Atari formally acquired Key, bringing an end to the fiction they were competitive rivals. However, the Key Games division continued operation under its own name until 19... Yeah, maybe just like early-ass... combat. Which I hear is actually still fun, like if you get two homies, like, you know, playing it. Good luck. Yo, you want to play some Atari games? But, Tank Command. Quadra-Tank. Oh, I can play that one. The first new entry in the Tank series since 1978. Oh, there's a new one? 2022? What the fuck? Oh, it's the Reimagined series. Weird. Quadra-Tank is a 4-player twist on the classic tank combat gameplay. Developed in 2022 by Digital Eclipse, it combines features from all the tank games, even letting you play on ice. What is it, like 4-player, or can I play as other homies? Celebrate Atari's 50th anniversary, Digital Eclipse has returned to the origins of combat with this 4-player reimagined tank. Players are individuals or teams, having a choice of weapons, arenas, terrain, and game modes, including capture the flag. Let's do it, baby. Flag capture. Cute. Well, we definitely want 3 AI tanks. Good fucking luck. Wait, do I want 3 AI tanks? Ah, fuck it, I'll be fine. Normal and ice, team snow, weapons default. Fuck it. How many maps are there? 3 maps.
Get ready.
Alright. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, this is a weird controls. Each thing is one different thread. Oh god, we gotta like turn this bitch down, don't we?
Shot laser.
Shit, no, I can't. No, fuck. Oh, wait, let's turn this shit down. This is loud as fuck. Quit game. All right, we'll go back into it. Dude, that's gonna turn down the other sounds though too, but we'll be fine. Alright, let's go back into it. So yeah, it's weird, like each stick controls a different like tank tread. So it's really bizarre, I guess is the word I would use.
Get ready.
Like it's kind of like a mind melding thing. Boxes almost make it like Bomberman a little bit.
Shot. Range.
Oh wow, it is like Bomberman. Okay, shit.
Shot. Speed.
Still loud as shit.
Shot.
And make it so the game volume is quiet and the video volume is like loud as shit.
Rocket.
Shit. Oh, I killed one.
Speed. Health. Range.
God. It is really bizarre controlling it.
Speed. Range. Speed. Laser. Speed. Shot. Range. Rocket. Range. Speed.
Hey, killed another one.
Range. Shot. Bounce. Speed.
What are they doing with that shit? I don't really know what they're doing where they're like charging and have like this huge ass like area of shots. Yeah, I feel like I'm like controlling a wheelchair or something. In fact, that's how I would describe it. Imagine you have like wheelchair controls.
Rocket. Laser. Range. Range. Shot. Speed. Range. Shot. Shot. Bounce. Range. Rocket. Laser.
Oh shit, you can control your with L and R how this shit is. Oh wait.
Laser.
Oh, that's confusing. That's more confusing if you couldn't.
Range.
So L and R move your like cannon right there.
Range. Shot. Rocket.
Oh shit! You can like drop mines and shit too.
Speed. Shot.
Digital Eclipse is the gaming dev equivalent of, hey, let's get this done by Friday and have a pint of Chili's.
Range.
Got it. I never really fucked with
Laser.
with it too much.
Shot. Laser.
Oh wait, I think I changed the controls a little bit. I don't even know how now the controls are like different. They're more similar to the original combat, which is like single analog stick. Honestly, it's pretty like complex, really.
Speed.
I can envision this actually being kind of fun with friends. Alright, well, I didn't come in last. That's cool. Game's fucking loud as shit in game. Guess I could go back to the main menu every time I'm like playing a newer game and turn it way the fuck down, then go back and turn it up. Seems overkill though, if you ask me. It actually seems like there's a lot there. I could actually visualize that as being pretty fun with friends. Digital Eclipse mostly just port jobs. They also did shit on the Wii Virtual Console. Gotcha. From transistors to CPUs, early arcade games like Tank and Pong were not software programs. Instead, they were purely built out of custom computer hardware mounted on massive motherboards. The 1975 release of the incredibly affordable MOS 6502 processor meant that Atari and others could now program their games in software. Got it. Freaky. Mind-boggling. Like, programming with just hardware is just like actually hurts my brain. That's like some Terry A. Davis shit right there. Home Pong, telegames. Although the Magnavox Odyssey, designed by Ralph Bauer, had already come out in 1972, the home video game craze truly kicked off with the widely successful Home Pong, first release as shown here by the retailer Sears as Telegames Pong for the 1975 Christmas season. I mean, that's really all you need for Pong. Shit, just two like little things you rotate. Yeah, yeah. On Switch, start game. Cute. Atari Pinball? Atari launched a pinball division in 1975 with the aim of innovating on the still popular game. Atari built more expensive machines with advanced computer hardware and larger playfields. But the new technology was not reliable. Atari quickly left the pinball business, but not before producing some interesting tables. I think pinball is really timeless. I kind of wish there's more like pinball shit around. I know there's like preservation societies, which is essentially just like a pinball museum / arcade that you have like membership for. Which, you know, that's membership. It's more just so they can stay in business, you know. Atari's pinball problem. Eugene Jarvis, who would go on to create video game hits like Defender, joined Atari in 1977 to program the processors that controlled its new pinball games. What he found was a company that, in his view, was making all the wrong decisions about pinball design. An elitist, huh?
I mean, Atari really, why were they in the pinball business? You know, here they had this tiger by the tail of video games, you know, just this supernova of creativity and possibilities, and, you know, they were nailing it left and right, creating new genres every other week. Why would you mess around with pinball? You could tell our games were just not working, you know, and due to reliability, poor engineering, you know, thermal issues, issues of the games just falling apart, poor hardware design. You know, it just, I could see the writing was on the wall that we were going to go down. I mean, the pinball division was just a massive disaster. I mean, it was, you know, it's kind of the, you know, kind of the hubris of, you know, I guess Silicon Valley, even in that era, you know, was like, oh, these morons in Chicago, they make these crappy old games, you know, like, you know, we're going to redesign everything. We're going to put the display down in the bottom. We're going to, you know, put the boards, you know, underneath the play field so all the crap falls in and shorts out the things. And I mean, it was really horrific design, and they caught on fire. The solenoids, they used this thing called rotary solenoids, which burned up and the screws fell out. And, you know, it was kind of a, you know, just a complete disaster as far as like design and also testing. And so there was a lot of games that caught on fire in the early days. So, but they made a lot of money when they were working. You know, I think the programming was awesome because I did it. You know.
Authentic cabinets will cost you $2,000 easily. Yes, I have looked into it. Kind of like a bucket list thing. If, you know, everything in life goes right and I have more money and a bigger place and all the cool shit that a human being would want without, you know, everything falling apart, all that good stuff. One thing I want is the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy pinball machine. I would fucking love that shit. Back in like senior week, Ocean City, Maryland. Back in like, you know, graduating high school. In the hotel we were staying at, there was there's that machine, Lord of the Rings trilogy pinball, and the fucker was set to like free play, which is insane to me and disgusting to me. And so like, you know, just like wasted his shit at like 2 in the morning. I like stayed there for like 3 fucking hours straight every night that we were there, just playing that, and like the sound was cranked to the maximum. So I mean, I'm sure the fucking guy behind the front desk was like losing his fucking mind because I wasn't too far from him. But like, it would just be screaming like every fucking line from the movie, like, you know, and my axe, they're taking the Hobbit to Isengard. Frodo won't go it alone. yeah, I am no man, you know, and like all that shit, just like the whole fucking movie, just like screaming at you with like all the pinball sounds, and oh man, it was awesome. It's like the best pinball machine I ever played in my life. It was fucking fantastic. So yeah, a bucket list is to have the $5,000 that will probably cost to have that fucking thing. Oh my god, on it down. The Atarians. Atari entered the pinball market in 1977 with the Atarians, which featured a wide-body playfield that was 27 inches wide compared to the standard machine. Is that really good? A wide pinball? Approximate 20-inch width. It's also an early example of a pinball game controlled by a computer processor versus simply being built out of electromechanical parts. The Atarians. Fuck, it's just like Captain N. Oh, what was that motherfucker called? Yeah, Flash Gordon. Yeah, it's like some Flash Gordon shit. Captain N, close enough. I love these, like, just advertising it. It's weird, like, advertising shit to hope that, like, people who walk by the poster, like, own a business. Kind of a weird way of going about it. Oh my god, I don't think we're reading all this shit. I'll look at the pictures. Wait, why are there 4 flippers at the bottom? What the fuck? They're trying to reinvent the wheel here, huh? By the way, the guy who made the original mashup of Taking the Hobbit to Isengard passed in 2022. Rip a legend. It's true. No, that was a great video. It really was. Yeah. As far as like Lord of the Rings go, I read The Hobbit, Fellowship, Two Towers. I'm still on Return of the King. I need to like burn through my my book backlog. I really do. Time 2000. The first pinball machine for which Jarvis did the programming was Time 2000. Like the Atarians, it featured a wide-body playfield for more scoring opportunities and more ball action, keeping the time theme, and featured 2 clocks at the playfield that advanced bonus computers. The fucking trippy-ass background. I wonder if that bitch was naked when they were taking pictures of her. Models will do anything for money. Remember that, boys. That reminds me of the the Led Zeppelin logo, you know what I mean? That damn pinball came and went like far away by like the 90s and early 2000s. They even make like new pinball machines? I feel like no. Who was they? Airborne Avenger. The first pinball game designed by Steve Ritchie, who went on to create famed machines like Black Knight, named after the famous Martin Lawrence movie, and High Speed, and who still design pinballs to this day, programmed by Eugene Jarvis. I guess that answers my question. Still do design it. Cool artwork rather. It looks like some like prog rock album cover, you know what I mean? Look at this fucking poster. Extra wide, baby. Cute. At least this one doesn't have 4 flippers. Hercules. At 7 foot tall, 8 feet deep, and over 3 feet wide, Atari's Hercules is the biggest commercial pinball machine ever manufactured. Once again, it's not necessarily a good thing. Instead of standard silver pinballs, they use pool cue balls. What the fuck? Ultimate. Oh my god. I bet that thing broke down all the fucking time. Ultimately, once players got past the novelty factor, Hercules wasn't much fun. It was the last pinball machine Atari ever produced. Oh my god. What the fuck? Hercules. Guess they didn't have a right to, Conan the Barbarian. I guess Conan the Barbarian didn't come out yet. Or maybe it did. When did Conan the Barbarian come out? I think 79 was a little bit late, huh? Let's see, Breakout. There we go. Famously designed by Apple founders Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, Breakout was essentially a single-player Pong in which the player had to continuously deflect a bouncing ball back up to the top of the screen to break a row of bricks. The smashing success, including in Japan, were inspired the later creation of Space Invaders by Taito. Yeah, because Space Invaders by Taito, I saw the the Game Room GX, where the fuck it was called, the meme Japanese show where he interviewed the guy, and yeah, I was like, yeah, I was playing Breakout, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I had fucking guns? That's essentially how Space Invaders was made. Yeah, Breakout is probably the earliest game people have played that is enjoyable. Pong is cool, I guess. Let's see. Working prototype came as a surprise to Atari's head of engineering, Al Alcorn, as it was not in the side project. Ooh, I like this. I like the little background you got here. Insert coin. Cute. It's just that's all it is, baby. I like the shading, yes, because I think that's what they did. Legit, they would just put like an overlay on top of it. I think some of the early AVGNs also covered some of that. I will say, people give AVGN shit. I mean, to a certain extent, deserved. But I think he did a lot of really, really good, very informative videos for a lot of people for a long time. It's kind of a damn shame that he doesn't like write it or do it, and it's just Screenwave, and Screenwave is like shockingly, notoriously unfunny and untalented. Fuck! God damn it! Fuck, dude. That's why you kind of need the old. I'm telling you, this is why you need those like analog paddles. And honestly, because then you do like tier what? You got like it's full tilt. I mean, I guess you have the sensitivity, yeah, but you have more control over something you turn. It's like made for. Those little knobs, which I mean, what are you gonna do? Have the fucking game ship with a, you put in your address and you get a fucking Atari paddle controller and joystick shipped to your fucking house, USB. I'm just like lamenting over here, you know what I mean? Like unless actually there, it's kind of hard. Shit, now it's very diagonally, no. I'm gonna keep it not diagonally because the more, it's the same physics as Pong. I'm sure it wasn't really that hard to program. You keep the same physics, the same button layout. You just put that bitch vertical and have some things that go away when you hit them. Hold up, I kind of want to do good. His reviews have aged shockingly well. Yeah, his old ones, absolutely. At least the ones before and including his Seaman review. Yeah, it's amazing. I always remember the one where he did the Aladdin Atari deck or whatever the fuck it was called. Aladdin Nintendo deck. I don't even know what the fuck it was, but where he had the one dude double deckering his fucking toilet, and it's like that really fat, unfunny retard. The Seth Rogen of Cinemassacre, if you will. Oh, we got it, baby. We got this by the ass. Speaking of AVGN. Although that's actually a quote from Dawn of the Dead. Not really fair to give James Rolfe credit for that line. Oh, dude, our fucking score is blinking. We got the fucking high score, baby. So I noticed the guys trying to break out of prison on the side. Am I really supposed to use my imagination that somehow beating a ball against a brick wall is how these motherfuckers escaped from being raped by the ladies? What are they called in Shawshank? What are they called? I call the ladies. What the fuck were they called? Andy Dufresne got turned out daily. He couldn't walk right for weeks. When you getting your asshole turned out by white dick in prison, it hits different. Come on, dude. It's like fucking impossible. It's fucking impossible. Oh, this is gonna be my last one. It's amazing how this is still fun, even without the paddle shit. There's something about Breakout. It appeals to the tistic amongst us. See, when it comes to the back way, it kind of warps through, you know? It's not like Arkanoid for the NES where it like bounces off the top. Which I think that was actually made by Taito. How the fuck did Taito not get sued? Speaking of which. It's weird. I guess back in the day, you know, it was like... you know, the Japanese would sue everyone else, but, you know, no one else was petty enough to sue the Japanese for taking game ideas and fucking improving on it. They just drew the prisoners for art style purposes. Oh, no, I mean, absolutely. I'm just being a dickhead. Completely random, by the way. I don't know if you've ever played Sonic Robo Blast, but you can play it with a USB steering wheel if you want. That's fucking interesting. I've thought about for those like racing simulation games doing a steering wheel, but I mean it'd just be like more shit to have and figure out, you know, where to the fucking put when I'm not playing it actively. The Atari logo on the Breakout flyer includes the company's original tagline, "Innovative Leisure." I can't even read much. I know, it's eye-catching. Innovative Leisure. It has sound effects. Color overlays on playfield. Cute. Then we have Neo Breakout. This is gonna be loud as shit. Should I go back to the main menu and turn it the fuck down? I don't know. Yeah, why the fuck are these so loud? They really are, though. New for 2022 from Digital Eclipse, this modern update to Breakout features exciting new graphical style as well as competitive two-player mode. Battle Breakout. Well, let's do it, guys. Let's have our ears blown out. Do I sort of continue? Oh, cool. Okay, so that kind of solves that, right? You have the little thing and then the big thing. The left and right. Little movement, big movement. Tinnitus is worth it. Yeah, I hate when games aren't mixed right, because then I have to like bust my balls and trying to figure out how to like do it properly for the stream. Which sound is already like a bitch to do for just like editing and streaming. Let alone when these games, they don't do fucking sound mixing right. This doesn't make sense. Like, how do you fuck up sound? Oh god, how'd that go through? Fuck you. Yeah, this is the one issue with Breakout in general. Like, true shit. Is when there's only one fucking block left. Time barrier breached. Alright, so then you get more 80s Breakout. Got it, instead of 70s. Oh shit, fucker, come on. Fuck, man, it immediately goes away. Oh shit, goddamn. Oh, come on, dude, I'm going like right through the fucking thing. Shit. Oh yeah, there we are. That's what makes the cum start flowing. When you get it above and it's beating everything. Oh fuck, come on dude, I'm getting like worked over here. I like 0 lives left too. We're on stage 2. I don't even want to see what like stage 3 does, you know what I mean? Let's see like how that one's different. Alright, cool. We aced that one. Alright, so it just stays like this, I guess. I mean, I'm sure they get, like, weird later on. We managed to get, like, 50 levels in. I'm not really sure if we want to do it for that long, but I'll give it the old college try, see how long we can go for this one. If we give like extra lives. Oh shit, no. Fuck you. It's like fuck, what's that one game Taito makes? Like bust a move. Puzzle bobble. Want to get it up there. You'd think that would be an extra life, whatever sound effect I just heard. You're wrong. Alright, one left. Did we ace this board? We did, baby. Killing it on a roll. I'm like butter over here. Alright, so it doesn't change too much. I think there's a new gimmick on each stage, but like after the Atari and then it jumps to color, it's really just Arkanoid by Taito. Shit! Oh, it worked me hard right there. Alright, we'll go my my real name, which is Nigerius Igorovich Gregor. There we are, I just doxed myself. Cute. Alright. That's a breakout. Clash of Cultures. In November 1976, Warner Communications acquired Atari for I thought that was like for $26. The economy was really good back then. The $26 back then is like $400 billion now. About $130 million in 2022. Atari's main reason for seeking a buyer was that it needed funding to produce its first game console with interchangeable cartridges, the Atari ECS. But the marriage of Atari's freewheeling spirit and Warner's corporate culture would prove an uneasy one. Why Warner wanted Atari? Warner Communications, for a part, was eager to expand its entertainment holdings, seeing video games as an entertaining industry with growth potential. After buying Atari, it quickly began investing more money into it to grow the business. Let's see, Collector G says there's a Bubble Bobble game on DS that you actually couldn't beat because the devs forgot to program the transition between one level to another. I feel like I might have played that one actually. It sounds vaguely familiar. It's amazing. Taito is actually some pretty big dev when you really look at it, which is weird because it's not like they really make any games now other than like rehashes of old shit. Wait, who owns Taito now? Didn't another company buy out Taito, but like they still release their shit through the Taito branding? It's because it's a big name, or maybe I'm just full of shit. More money into it to grow it as a bit. Okay. Ray Kassar. Look at that. That's a face you can trust right there. As a turbo boomer if I've ever seen one. A Harvard Business School graduate, Ray Kassar enjoyed a successful career in textiles before Warner installed him as president and CEO of Atari in 1978. Kassar led the company through its most intense periods of rapid growth and enormous profit, as well as its most dramatic financial losses. Apparently, Squeenix bought Taito. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say because I wasn't 100% sure, but the name was kind of like coming to my brain. So like, who? Taito? Yeah. At least they still release like some Taito collections. Yeah, at least they do make shit with the Taito brand. I give them credit. Notable and quotable. When Warner kicked in, Ray Kassar had marketing that knew nothing about games. They didn't play games. Marketing told engineering what to do and basically turned into a stodgy, old, calcified, filthy rich company. Al Alcorn? Say Acorn. Al Alcorn. It's a hard name to say. Former Atari vice president in R&D. In came Ray Kassar, and now there was a new mindset. The new mindset is, we've got a cash cow, we've got to milk the crap out of it. Howard Scott Warshaw, designer of Yard's Revenge. I don't think Ray ever really understood. Man, they just hate this motherfucker. I don't think Ray ever really understood the value of engineering talent that he had. Wendy Allen, designer of Lunar Lander. I wonder if he like played. You know, maybe he got like a gift copy of this game. He's like, hey, they're talking shit on me. What the fuck? Just another. Who the fuck is wearing that? Jesus. Relations between Atari's designers and the management at Warner did not improve when executive Ray Kassar called the designers a bunch of high-strung prima donnas in a newspaper interview. In response, the designers printed these shirts which read, just another high-strung prima donna from Atari, and wore them to work. Notable and quotable. There were a fair number of people miffed at that high-strung prima donna thing, and Carolina, who was one of the graphic artists, the publications group, we just thought a little and said, that'd make a great t-shirt. Yeah, they fucking hate this guy. Holy shit. Did they do drugs at Atari? One of the often heard stories about Atari game designs that drugs were often involved. We put the question directly to the designers who were there and found that everyone's experience was quite different.
You will hear stories of hot tubs in the lobby and drug use in the office, and I'm here to tell you that none of that happened in my department.
How you doing, bro?
We started smoking pot right in our office.
You are right.
Rob and I were like the premier pot. Sorry, Rob. I and some other person who occasionally shared an office with me for 5 years at Atari.
How have you been, man?
That freaking worked. We would just fire up right in the office. It's like, who knows why? It's like, this is like, it's illegal. It's like, it wasn't even a sense of privilege. It was just mindlessness. I worked in a satellite office. I started in 1977, which was still pretty early. It was only 18 months since the 2600 came out. But there was no hot tub in the lobby of the office that I went to. There was no drug use in Atari, though I don't doubt that it was over where Howard and Todd Fry were working.
Drugs were consumed at Atari by all kinds of people at all levels of management, from the bottom to the top and all over engineering. Not everybody did drugs, but some people did, and some people enjoyed them, and some people abused them, and some people went to the hospital on them. And but by and large, drugs were a relatively nominal factor. Drugs, you know, there was a lot of marijuana, and it was participated a lot in brainstorming. So we had the way of, you know, trying to incorporate drugs into our productivity model.
I went home and I smoked a joint, a little bit of cocaine and a little bit of psilocybin in it. And I was sitting there, it was about half gone when I realized, oh, you could do that. And it's like I put it out and I went and I wrote a page of notes. And my design for that kernel was exactly what it ended up shipping. It was like, it was a tremendous amount of effort, actually, to get everything organized.
You know, they did have good deliveries of cannabis in the inter-office mail. You know, that was probably the primary use of those yellow manila envelopes. I think it was, you know, Fridays or Monday. I think it was Fridays when you get these really thick envelopes coming through the system. You know, and it was weird. It was like there was a guy working there, and his job was he was the weed dealer. You know, that was his sole job at the whole company.
And there was a very straight German VP of hardware down the hallway in the building. I have no idea. He complained to management about the smell of pot smoke in the corridors. So they got him an office in a different building.
I have been asthmatic since I've been 12. I need drugs to breathe. I did not do drugs because drugs to me were something that let you get up in the morning, you know, and breathe. So and nor did I think I wanted to mix those things. The high of me was doing the work, and I was always a happy guy. So I just didn't feel I needed it. So I never did drugs, but there were a lot there.
don't put too much stock in the fact that every Atari employee was stoned out of their minds while making games.
I mean, there was all kinds of drugs consumed at Atari, but the real drug at Atari was going into a store and seeing your product, seeing your game on a shelf.
See, so clipping Joey's latest stream soon, said some funny shit. Streamed Onimusha and got stuck on the water puzzle segment. Yeah, I think I put like Onimusha on my Steam wish list. I don't think I bought it yet. Maybe I did buy it when it was cheap. Was that a Capcom game? Am I like pulling shit out of my ass? I do have to give Capcom credit that they've been like. You don't see a lot of re-releases of those like PS2, Xbox, OG Xbox, GameCube games on like PC too much. But fuck, Capcom's doing it. I gotta give them credit. I really do. Let's see. I'm doing all right. Yeah, shit's been a little bit weird lately, just like high strung. Like work hasn't even been that stressful really. It's just I don't know. Just getting through it. Just trying to stay motivated. Keep going to the gym, take care of the dog. Relax from the day to day. I've been too motivated to push through certifications too much. I'm about like 20% the way through the CCNA. But I think I'm gonna have to like slow down on that. Honestly, it's just like a lot of material. And I feel like I've been doing really good with the certifications recently. So it's just I don't know, maybe pumping the brakes a little bit. Slowing down a bit, trying to play through some shit. I'm at the end of Final Fantasy 15 and Trails in the Sky. Trails in the Sky does get better, the plot-wise. It's just like, why did it have to be like 50 hours until the plot got good? But does the plot get good? Yes, it does. I would like to see the later games, but I'm gonna need a serious break in between 1 and Part 2 of Trails in the Sky. Final Fantasy 15, the plot actually gets good at the start of the 3rd act, end of the 2nd act. It actually gets some like pretty intense plot twists, and there's obviously like a lot of shit cut out, due to the development hell that fucking game was in, and it just kind of goes to show that if they had just like stayed one vision and then just didn't have all this corporate meddling and gave the original dev team the support they needed and didn't like fuck around with this like weird idea, like you think they would have learned from the Spirits Within to not do like this multimedia horseshit, but just had like the establishing plot in the game and not in like media outside of the game. I really do think Final Fantasy 15 could have been like one of the best Final Fantasy games in the series. Like there's a lot of like good shit in there. It's just there's also a lot of bad shit in there. A very bizarre game. I'm glad I've played it. I'm glad that I've given it the time of day just because it is really interesting. But I would still rank it kind of where I'm ranking it, which is at the top of the bottom third of the mainline series. You know what I mean? I got you. Say, Lady Justice No, I said what up. I just appreciate hearing from her. Going through your VODs of Popful Mail. Yeah, that was a fucking hard one at times. I like that game. I give that game like a solid 8. I always see Popful Mail as like in the top, top 10 Sega CD games. I don't know. I kind of wish it was better. I mean, I'm sure the original Japanese game was a lot better, but like, I didn't think it was that good. Which is making a question like, I wonder how good all the other like shit you see in the top 10 are. But I did like it overall. Definitely cool. I think director ended up quitting Square Enix because he was forced to work on the whole Final Fantasy 15 universe. Yeah. Victor Ireland famined it. Oi. Let's continue through here. What the fuck am I looking at here? Where do you look? I guess there's a TV in the center. Maybe it's like that, the Rare game where you're racing around Micro Machines, yeah. 8-player driving game. Sprint 8 was a massive cabinet that featured 8 steering wheels and 8 sets of gas and brake pedals. How awkward using a brake and gas pedal while standing up. Arranged around a monitor that pointed upwards, allowing 8 friends to race simultaneously. An evolution of key games, Indy 800, an expansion of Atari Sprint 2 and Sprint 4 coin ops. Race shifter, if 8 human players weren't racing. The then new 6502 processor controlled the semi-autonomous traffic drone drivers to keep the track congested. Oh shit, so this like might be one of the first games with like AI. That's interesting. Like, you know, other player AIs. I saw that one. The thing is old as I am. Oh god, how do I do? Oh god. Can I see the controls actually? If there's like shifting here. High gear, low gear, accelerate. Cool. That's all I need, baby. Alright. Who am I? Am I red? I guess I'm red. Like Mario Kart where I hit the gas when it's on too. Oh fuck! Oh god. What the fuck? Oh dude, there's no collision on anything. You just had to use your you had to use your imagination. Oh, I guess it's a steering wheel, so they can't really Oh no, there's collision there, weird. It's a steering wheel, so they can't really Ooh, holy shit. You slide around here. So they can't really simulate that, because it's kinda like with the paddle controls in Pong. My god. Interesting. Sometimes there's collision, sometimes there's not. Why the hell am I Mr. Pink? So you're not Mr. Brown. Creative. I think it's a creative game. Yeah, it kind of like plays like a really early Micro Machines. Shifting from high gear is kind of ridiculous because you need it in order to win, but like it's uncontrollable. Now this is pod racing. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Now, was there any dialogue in the fucking pod race scene? Except like, and he's still at the fucking first track. A really obnoxious announcer. I like how, oh shit, I guess he won. I guess I lost like a motherfucker. Oh shit, there's more? Oh wait, how does this work? Oh, you just hit start. Okay, weird. So it rotates through. And then I guess you like put a coin in or hit the start button when it's a track that you and your 7 friends, that's crazy by the way. You and your 7 friends want to play as. At least this one, the turns are wide enough I can actually stay in high gear, mostly. It's also how Anakin learned to force choke a bitch. Oh, because he knew Jar Jar, gotcha. Right when he got his tongue zapped in the fucking pod racer. Good old Jake Lloyd. I'm team Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd was way better than Mufasa. What the fuck is that guy's name? Mufasa, the nice elderly man from Sandlot. His fucking name. Yeah, considering in like the remake of, like the re-release I should say, of Return to the Jedi, that they added Hayden Christensen as like Force Ghost Anakin, they might as well have just like re-edited it so that way it's Anakin Skywalker's voice the entire fucking movie. No! I love that they added the Darth Vader no to the end scene. It's like, you really do think they're just fucking with you. I really think they do hold contempt They being George Lucas. Or Star Wars fans. This is actually kind of fun when you're able to nail this shit in the high speed gear. Once again, it's kind of like Micro Machines-y. Cute. All right. It wasn't his fault. George Lucas is a hack writer. Well, that's what I keep saying about fucking Hideo Kojima. How many tracks are there here? There actually seems like there's a lot of fucking tracks. It's actually a pretty in-depth game. I've never even heard of this fucking game. Sprint 8. I gotta give credit where credit's due. 8-player simultaneous gameplay with analog steering wheel, multiple fucking gears, and AI-controlled opponents. Pretty impressive, honestly. Holy shit. Promotional flyer. 8 cars are on the track during every race, whether 1 or 8 players are driving. Explains the Sprint 8 flyer. The drone cards are computer controlled, so the competition always stays tough. And the artwork kind of like reminds you of like prog rock album covers. Weird. Yeah, cute. Atari Video Music. The first electronic music visualizer ever sold commercially. Atari Video Music could be hooked up to a user's stereo system and television set to display psychedelic visuals, bro. Reminiscent of Atari VCS graphics, the rhythms of whatever music was playing. A variety, I mean, I guess it would require a lot of weed. A variety of knobs and buttons on the front of the device let users adjust the images. Oh, so you like hook the stereo to this thing, and then hook this thing to the TV? Kind of like that, like when you're listening to music on like the PlayStation 1, yeah? And you get the fucking lines. And does anyone know what the fuck I'm talking about? You just don't get Fisto. Lucas is an auteur. Isn't that the French word for autist? I like that. I like that. That's interesting. That's cute. You have essentially laser light shows on your TV. A fire truck, based on designer Wendy Allen's previous game, Superbug. Fire Truck is a unique 2-player cooperative game in which one player, sitting in the cabinet, steers with the front half of a fire truck, while the other player standing behind the seated player swings the rear half. How the fuck does that work? The fuck? I don't think that's how fire trucks work, bro. There's not like 2 steering wheels in that fucking thing. The horn button serves no gameplay purpose. It was put there just for fun. That's cute that they did that. Interesting fucking visuals. Alright, so what? Rear start, front start. Okay, like control it with like both? How the fuck does this fucking even work? How do? Alright, well I can honk the horn. Okay, weird. So it's less that the second
Watch
player
where you're
controls.
going, needle dick.
Alright, that's pretty good. It's pretty appropriate. God damn. Alright, so it's more of just that the back player drives, more as that they make sure they don't fucking hit anything with the steering wheel. Bizarre. This looks impressive. What fucking year was this? Like, visually, it's impressive. I mean, I guess it would have been arcades. I mean, I guess arcade games are always ahead of the home console counterparts. Until, you know, the death of the arcade in, like, the early 2000s. Fuck. I only know basic French phrases like, I surrender. shit, goddamn. Honestly, the fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the resolution vaguely reminds me of when I was playing Virtual Boy Wario Land. Where it's like simple graphics, but surprisingly high def, all things considered. Shit. And when is it? Okay, so the game ends when I run out of fuel. Is that what those things are? I should be picking it up like I'm playing Ghostbusters for the NES. Do fire trucks, are they even like segmented? I think fire trucks are just like one unit, yeah? Alright, so oil isn't like gasoline. I almost had to like drive slow in order to see if I can pick any of this shit up. I'm not sure if I can or not. Maybe I can. Maybe that's why you need the second player to pick that shit up. My cousin's had a Spectrum, totally jelly, like a ZX Spectrum. I can't lie, this game looks like a ZX Spectrum game, but put in black and white. Oi, Gov, it's fucking ZX Spectrum! Love how the limeys think they invented the fucking alphabet. Fucking morons. Alright, how do I back out of here? There we go. Yeah, it's cute, it's interesting. I feel like in order to get the full, like, experience, you would need the original cabinet and 2 people. It's cute. I don't know. It looks impressive. Visually, it's cute. Yeah, 1978. Huh. Superbug. The first game program designed by Wendy Allen. Nee, our Delmon. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? Does she have like a really long French name? Or is that... I don't fucking know. I've never seen that before. Superbug was a racing game featuring a bug-style car. The game was rendered entirely in black and white. The car appeared to be... Yeah. Oh, it was a true. Oh, is it? Wait, is that what that means? No, that can't be. She would be like fucking like 90. You can't do that, like, reverse that old. The game was rendered entirely in black and white, and the car appeared to yellow because of the layer of transparent plastic over the monitor. New French, German, or Spanish video message options. What the fuck? How's it that complex? It's just like game start, put in quarter. Fuck off. Like, even in Japan, there's like English on the screen for that shit. Fire truck. I like that background. Once Flyer Atari promoted fire trucks Durastress solid-state electronics, an improvement over the less reliable transistor-based hardware of earlier games. They have existed for ages. Just look at the composer for Tron and The Shining. Oh god, no. I don't want to fucking look that up now. That's gonna be depressing. I'd rather take that blue pill, Morpheus. Thank you. Let me go back to Wonderland. You know what the Matrix is telling my mind when I bite into the steak? Wait, Super Breakout. An update to the original game designed by Ed Rotberg. Super Breakout was billed as 3 games in 1. A switch in the front of the unit let the player choose between 3 different game variations. It still had a black and white display with color added via plastic overlays on the monitor. Right, let's get. Still had the little like knob controls. Got it. Just Google the composer. You don't want to. She has a face, and we'll stick it with you. Oof. Well, speaking of Troons, here's the progressive mode that drops the brick walls closer to the player as the game progresses. Oh, it's kind of like we were just playing before with the Super Modern Edition. So what does this game select? Cavity, double, progressive. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess we'll play cavity. I like cavities. Oh, fuck me in the asshole. God damn, that's loud too. Like, too loud? Are we peaking? Actually, no. It's in the green. Some sharp sound then. Yeah, it's still doing the thing where, like, after it hits 1, it, like, phases through everything else. So, once again, Taito did it a lot better. With, I mean, obviously, they did it, like, way later. I get that, but still. One of the great things about, what, Arkanoid, right? Shit. Right, start. Credits. 2 credits, baby. Oh, this is double. Cool. I wonder if you had, like, if double, like, in the original, each thing could control another one. No, because then they would have made, like, each joystick control a different one. Shit. Moving this, like, double thing kind of reminds me of, was it the bomb one? The one where the guy's dropping the bombs and catching the pools of water. What's that one called? Shit, there's no way in hell I can catch that one. A kaboom? Is that what it is? Kaboom? Fuck! Game select. Progressive? Too progressive. This is truly the Galaga or Arkanoid clones. Super Breakout is the Dark Souls of Atari games in the 70s. Super Breakout is the Dark Souls of Skyrim clones. There we are. Good clickbait article. Fun fact, James Rolfe sold his car because it did not have a CD player. Is this recent? Or was this like back in the day where it's like, oh shit, I just have a cassette player? Shit, fucker! Oh my god! That's why you need the paddle, like you don't have like the micro things. Progressive. That's so weird way to say that this is progressive. Yeah, you want cavity. Cavity gives you like extra balls. And I want the extra balls. I just want to like unlock one of these. That's all I want to do. Because it would be fun and exciting. Again, it's hard when you don't have the little analog controls that the game was like made with. Shit! That! Did gaming journalists ever exist back when this game got made? I guess not, and I guess that's why I would say it's better, but I mean, honestly, games got a lot better, but not because of game journalism. If anything, game journalism, like, kept games back from what they could have been as good as they were, like the 90s and 2000s. Come on, fucker. I just want one of you fucks. So close. I'm so close, Daddy. Oh, shit. You fucking dickhead. Apparently, Baldur's Gate 3 was so successful that it's scaring the gaming industry. Yeah, despite having, like, really woke, weird, like, gay, trans, furries in the trailer, though, yeah? That's the one thing that was, like, turning me off of it, is, like, the trailer seemed extremely, like, woke and weirdly degenerate. Shit! Ah! I just want it's right there. Why did it bounce out? Oh, I was so close too. Fuck me in the ass. Alright, we'll hop off here. We could get 5 lives too. a modern AAA game. Of course, it's woke and degenerate. Yeah, but it's like, why the fuck do you have like gay trans weddings in the fucking like trailer for Baldur's Gate 3? It doesn't even make fucking sense. Like, you're going so far out of your way to make it like ridiculous. Under selectable, the user selectable double, progressive, and cavity game variations are detailed on Super Breakout's flyer, noting each requires even more skill. Because it's current year, don't be a bigot. Yeah, no, I mean, it looks good, and people seem to like it. I might eventually pick it up. I mean, I still want to play through Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, because it could be similar, but less woke, yeah. I think that the whole bear trailer thing was a marketing stunt. I'm saying that in ignorance because you haven't played it, which is true, but then you corrected it to say I haven't played it after correcting it to you haven't played it again. I love that you guys are all phone posters. Disgusting. No, that's like, I'm finding that that's like most of the people that like chill in the chat are all people hanging out on phone. Yeah, actively avoid phone mostly because of shit like that. I only have Baldur's Gate 1 too. Yeah, I have Baldur's Gate 1 on my short list to play. I mean to get around to it, but like I've just been, there's so much other shit I want to play that's just kind of been on the back burner. That's cute. They kind of have to explain it. Like, here's the idea. Oh god, Lunar Lander. This one's hard as shit. I like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance better. Pure action RPG. Nice. Lands. I haven't even heard of that one. First, let's look at this one. Oh shit, look at that. You got like a full throttle. Alright, that's actually kind of cool. That would have been fun to play. The vector displays here were a new technology that allowed games to draw crisp, clean, high-resolution lines. Lunar Lander, designed by Wendy Allen and Rich Moore, was Atari's first vector game. In sharp contrast to other fast-paced arcade games, Lunar Lander was a deliberate, methodical game in which the player had to carefully land a space capsule on the surface of the moon. Alright, let's do this shit. Notorious difficult but popular game, Lunar Lander's analog thruster. Yeah, I think I played it on the PS1 Atari Classic Collection. And skill and patience. Vector. Prime mission, cadet mission, training mission. I change this shit. Select option. Oh, weird. Stir one or more coins and push start on any I change it. Oh shit, there we are. Oh, that's cool. I do like this, how they kind of simulate what it would be like on the original. Let's do a cadet mission, baby. Wait, wouldn't there be friction from atmosphere? Roll rotation. I absolutely die because this one's fucking hard as shit. You want the 5 times, baby. Oh god, I'm playing it. Shit. Fucking moon gravity horseshit. But no, stop going up. Shit, I went too high. How do work? Wait, why does that always like point me up and send me flying into space? Like I'm playing Kerbal fucking Space Program. Ah. What can happen there? Oh, wait, okay, right stick. Alright, well, whoa. Shit. I wasn't a fan of Lunar Lander, to be honest, playing on the PSP. Yeah, I remember what a little I remember of playing it was hard. Alright, so 2 joysticks. This one kind of simulates the God, come on. Is this not enough, motherfucker? Really? Like full fucking blast, dude. It really is Kerbal all over again. If you've never played Kerbal Space Program, any of you guys, I like strongly recommend it. It's like a very fun game. Look at my vertical speed. It's so like short to go off. Going like full blast too. Oh my god. Yeah, Kerbal is fantastic. It's really not. Oh god, that's the thing, is it is really, really hard, but it's not that hard at the same time. The holy shit, look at that shit. Oh my god. Alright, we need to switch this shit. Reset game, yes. Alright, insert coin. We are doing baby mode. Yeah, really the harder difficulties are just like, alright, you're flying at infinite speed. Fuck you. One of the guys in my Discord occasionally posts screenshots of Kerbals. It's really fun. It is, God, I can't say it's not hard because it is, but like, it entirely depends on how deep you want to go into it. Where obviously if you want to make like stations on every fucking planet and like have like space stations all over the goddamn place. Oh, look at that. I'm the fucking best. But, like, you really, like, pace yourself. First, it's about, alright, how can I fight gravity? How can I just, like, take off? And it's like, okay, how can I fucking, like, just get up into the atmosphere without blowing up? Okay. How can I, go into orbit after I do that? Like, it's modular, but around the time you're like, okay, how do I attach a lander to a space shuttle, get off the fucking platform without dying, get into space without dying, get into orbit, change my orbit to go around the moon, then shorten my orbit to be orbiting around the moon, separate my lander, land on the moon, plant a flag, get back in my lander, rendezvous back with my ship, attach it, and then change the orbit back so that way it's ovular and then goes back to the Earth and then round it out and then slowly descend and then land in the ocean. Like that is what I can't get. Like, I can get up to the moon part, and then after that's like, alright, well, fuck. But getting up to that was like really, 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 really fun. But after that, holy shit, dude. I have no clue. Because people are like, that's just the moon. People somehow get to like the Mars equivalent and make like bases there and then have like space stations that they like rendezvous with. And it's like, oh my fucking lord. You can fucking suck a dick. I'm fine on fuel. Ah, suck a dick. I wasn't going that far. It's the moon. It's cushiony. Alright, cool. That was just on baby mode, but like, dude, you saw me playing as the second highest difficulty. It's like, and go, and you're like flying 1,000,000 miles per hour and have to burn all your fuel immediately from go. Yeah, as hard as I remember it. Another Atari first announces the Lunar Lander Flyer, calling it the first one-player game to authentically simulate an actual moon landing mission. Rest in peace Disney Plus. Rip Bozo Disney. To call it Disney Plus 1 because it always lagged for me. Yeah, I never even fucking used it. At friends' houses I would like, I don't know, check it out a little bit. Didn't really seem particularly that great. Notable and quotable. Vector games look different from roster games, and there's a mental shift in game design when working with vector graphics. Alright, we'll do Vector Sector, and then I think we're going to call it. It's getting late. I kind of wanted this to be a shorter stream. And because this is a reimagined series, be prepared for really loud shit. In tribute to the classic vector graphics era, Digital Eclipse presents Vector Sector, an original game developed in 2022 that blends the best elements of Lunar Lander, Asteroids, and other vector arcade games into a single experience. So fucking loud. This is crazy to me. Move. Then we have shield. Ah, fuck! Alright. A little tricky. So can I, like, shoot myself? I think I can. I think I have to be a little bit careful. Oh, come on, no! Oh shit, opposite way, brain annihilating. Hey. Spooky. Alright, what do we do now? That is neat. A little loud. Once again, I don't know why all these games have to be like 4,000 decibels louder than everything else in the game, including the documentaries. Oh shit, what do they call this one? This is big on like the fucking Jaguar, yeah? I forget what this one was called. Shit. Oh yeah, I do have shield. Tempest, yeah, it's Tempest 2000. Alright, so it's just any game that they had, like, you know, in their backlog that used vector graphics. It's a combination of all of them, fuck! Alright. Alright, just using my real name here, Nigerius Igorovich. I'm a little Russian on my mom's side. Gregor. I'm part Mick on my dad's side. Fuck, I'll do that again. That's fun. Oh, I can just start from wave 2. Oh, that's cute. Oh, your name was Laquantimarius. Laquantimarius. It's a good name. That's cool that you can start on later waves. Oh shit, motherfucker, goddamn. can't shoot the last ones. They're just too wily. Hey, look at that, like a fucking pro. There's like tanks and shit. Oh god! Alright, watch out for the shots. They kill you. They look cool, yes, but they're deadly. Jesus. Damn, I just like zoned out for that one. Yeah, that's a cool game. I think of the like new remake shit we've played so far, this is probably the best one. And let's see, like resume from where you left off. I think as far as the Atari games we played tonight, I think that one driving game is probably the better one. That was like actually really impressive. For what, like 1978? Cool. Well, that was part of this. I think I will stream this like game whenever I'm playing. Like whenever I'm doing a week stream, and it's like too late to really get fully into a RPG. But we did check out 39% of Arcade Origins. Haven't even touched the birth of the console, the high and lows when they was it the 5200. That was the one that like no one fucking liked, and it was a piece of shit. And they made ET. There's the Atari like PC gaming, like the Atari ST and all that shit. And then, I guess no, this was like the 8-bit stuff, yeah? ST was the 16-bit PC. It's Atari 800, I guess that would be the 8-bit PC. The Jaguar and the Lynx. Back when it was too little too late. They were fucking dead in the water anyway. Yeah, that's cute. I think it's like a nice little package. You got new games, old games, a lot of little tidbits. I think it would be cool if they got a lot more rights to other games. Like, I mean, I guess we can check the game library real quick. See what they got. Got Reimagine Touch Me, Daddy. Sword Quest. Or no, that's not Reimagine. This is the original Touch Me. Great name, by the way. Sword Quest Air World. Do they have all of them? I hope so. Haunted House, where you're playing as like Meatwad. Earth's Revenge, Asteroids. Crystal Castles. Huh. Yeah. Okay, I remember seeing something like that. I picked this game up on sale. Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. You get a whole lot of shit. If you like game history, I would say go for it. And on sale, it's pretty cheap, even though it's new. New-ish. I think it came out this year. It might have came out late last year. Food Fight, Gravatar. There we are. Now we're starting on the 2600. Oh, cool. Yeah, the little like it's like Lynx games too. Sweet. Also, I'm curious about the fucking 800, the 8-bit ones. Adventure. You gotta have an adventure, huh? Fuck. Are these like unlockables? Cute. Like never before released shit, maybe. Yeah, I guess you gotta unlock it by going through the maybe by getting certain achievements in games, or maybe by going through a certain percentage of the museum. Yeah, I kind of wish, though, I'm just assuming, though, I mean, I don't know for sure. But I wish they got you, like, the rights to E.T., you know? And when would they really fight him? I mean, I guess they would. It's fucking Hollywood. They were like, oy vey, that makes us look bad, Goyim. But now we will give you the rights to that for $6 billion. secret. I do like how they have all the sword quests, including Airworld. Oh yeah, Airworld was never released. Okay, so that's why that was in Reimagined. Got it. Okay. To think that Star Fox for the 2600 was the original Star Fox as a kid, not knowing they just had the same name. Not just a similar name, but the same fucking name. Kind of cool that they have all 4 sword quests. Yeah, that was actually a good and well researched video that James Rolfe did back when he Screenwave didn't do fucking everything. In fact, I might check out that video again tonight before I pass out for the night. Yar's Revenge. I'm glad they have that. Kind of need that one. Got some 5200 games. Ninja Golf. Yeah, so I'm guessing they don't have those, like, the Activision games, yeah? Which, I think the Activision games are, like, the really, like, most of the most famous games on the Atari were Activision. Am I right on that one? It's kind of a damn shame they couldn't get the rights to that. But that's like Atari Activision, now owned by Blizzard Activision, yeah. Yeah, so I guess Blizzard wouldn't fucking give up the rights to that at all. Yeah, it really does suck that a lot of the, like, you'll never get, like, a good, complete collection, because, of shit like that. What's the other company? Was it, like, Midway or something? I forget who the other company that made a whole bunch of great Atari games that the system's well known for. I want to say it was, like, Midway. Yeah, but that was cool. That was like a neat little game there. Where did you learn to fly? At least that's there, huh? Well, thank you guys for joining me. Definitely an interesting look at a whole bunch of old shit, really. Once again, damn shame that all those Activision games aren't on there. Midway games aren't on there. Maybe like one day, 20 years from now, when they make Atari 70. And hopefully I'm still alive, and maybe I'll look at some of the rights to some of that shit and have like a super ultimate collection. I might revisit this occasionally, and check out some more shit whenever I want to stream, but it's too late in the night for a work week to then stream a little bit more. But I'm thinking Wednesday night we'll continue on with Trails in the Sky to, if not finish it, set ourselves up to finish it. Next weekend, which honestly looks like we'll finish that and Final Fantasy 15 both next weekend, so I'm kind of very much excited for that, because that means we can start like Phantasy Star 4 and Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Thanks again, guys. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Much love and peace out.